Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another analysis replay. This time it's going to be Sobek in the support role. This game is a win, and he goes 2-1-11. But he's still in qualifying, and he's trying to get better, so we're going to look for it because it's a qualifying game. And in qualifying games, sometimes even though it's a win, and I don't normally do wins, you might be able to spot things that he needs to improve on to get higher up in his divisions. How do you think I played? I don't feel as though I did as well as I should have. I got 2 kills that I didn't mean to get when my AD carrying the jungler should have gotten them. Hey, don't worry about it. Supports with kills in Continental, you ever heard that name? That guy carries with those kills. What aspects of the game did you struggle with? My rotations are non-existent, as I don't know about them very much, and my warding isn't as good as I'd like it to be. What aspects of the game did you feel comfortable with? I feel that I did a decent job of helping my AD carry not die. Cool. Well, let's get into this game and see exactly what goes on through the whole game and see how it plays out. Let's speed this up at the beginning because it's kind of slow. Gonna leave base ever? Okay. So we're going Mark of the Vanguard at the start, which is fine. You're a Sobek, you're looking to go aggressive, you're against a Geb. Take into account, because you're against a Geb and Moose and Cobb has a lot of poke in that lane. So with you being up against the Moose and Cobb, I can understand you wanting to maybe go Vanguard just to reduce some of that damage down. It's actually really effective Vanguard against a Moose and Cobb just because it reduces the damage from beads as well. So that really helps you out because that dot doesn't do as much to you. Geb at the same time, he's a very passive laner, so you should be looking to try and pick this guy off, especially because he's got Watcher's Gift in this game. But we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Your personal build at the moment? Multi-potions, I'm still not a big fan of multi-potions, guys. You really need to stop buying these multi-potions. It's more laziness than anything else that you're purchasing these. I don't want to see you buying them. There's no reason to, okay? Take into account that when you pop a multi-potion, you're generally going to pop it for both either health or mana, not both the health and the mana in most situations. So you probably want to get mana potions and health potions individually. So it means one extra trip back to base before the minions spawn. It's only a small thing, but it's a big difference. Look at the health and mana. That's why I'm showing it on the screen now. 125 health, 75 mana. A mana pot gives you 150 mana, which is double. A health pot gives you 250 health, which is double what a multi-potion would give you. One extra trip back to base, you've got better sustain for longer. Multi-potions are not as good as they may or may not seem. Well, I'm hoping we're going to see you go and ward, because if you don't ward at the start of this game, you're just going to sit there with 2 wards in your inventory. Not necessarily a good die. Ah, you did the jumpy party, and then you went, oh, wait a second, forgot to go and ward. Better go do that. So you have to go and do it. Drop the 1, and you're going to keep the other one in your inventory. Is that the plan? We're just going to keep 1 online. We're just going to keep 1 in there. I mean, the only benefit from this matchup for straight away is the fact that because you've got Vanguard, you're not going to take much damage from a Moose and Cobb, and Geb's not someone that's going to go who's super harassy anyway. So you're not going to have to worry too much about sustain, I guess. But in other matchups, this is not the best start with a multi-potion. Consider just switching those out for health and mana. Maybe just start with 1 ward if you need to. Click clear up of the buffs, straight to lane. And we're off. Now, you're out of mana already, because you've used all your abilities. And now there's nothing you can do in this lane apart from stand there and watch. Now your options are, use a mana pot, which you don't have, or use a multi-pot, which you don't need to use because you've got full health. So it stops your aggression in this lane already. The fact that you've only got multi-potions means you've got nothing. This ward is terrible. What the hell is this ward about? Holy mother of... You had a ward, so you thought you had to place it? Oh, please. No, you didn't need to do this, Sobek. Sobek, no. What's this ward covering? What is this ward actually covering right now? Like, this ward is covering here, right? So, this ward doesn't do anything this side. This ward's pointless on this side. It's only covering this little bit here. And then they could still, technically, if you were going to try and ward this side, come through here, and this ward's not even going to spot them. Around the back and you're still dead. It's not a very good ward. Not a very good ward. Think about where you're putting your wards. We're going to pop a multi-potion, and prime example of what I just said to you is happening. You're popping a multi-potion for either mana or health, not for both. And now you're going to be sat here, like, using multi-potions that are going to give you less mana than you would like to sustain back up. And the health factor's not even paying off, so that 50 gold, pretty much wasted. Pretty much wasted. We could look for some aggression here. Don't be scared to go aggressive here. Look at the situation right now. You've got two archer minions, I apologise. Two archer minions. There's nothing else in this wave. Could you go aggressive here and put the pressure on? Yeah, if you can get a flip on either of these two targets, they're going for a ride into some minions. You can put the poke damage back onto them and be pressuring here. This should be an opportunity for you to do that. But instead you back up and play safe. You could look to be a bit more aggressive in this lane. Find out what your Cupid's like. By you going for the flip, you'll find out how your Cupid plays in lane. And it'll tell you whether you're going to be aggressive in this lane or you're just going to farm off. Based off whether Cupid is aggressive enough and he wants to go for the aggression. Here comes a gank coming in and you're too far back to really get involved. You'll be okay now though. Look for the flip. Body block now. Unfortunate with the flip, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. You should have seen that gank coming in earlier more than anything else. This is your lane. You've got to keep your map awareness high. The scary thing is the fact that the Mercury came through this area here where your ward is anyway. And if you don't spot Mercury when you can see him on the whole map of the transition, how are you going to spot someone walking over that ward? Keep an eye on the map position. Should have been looking there. Should have been available. And look how many mana multi-potions you popped now. That's your second you popped. And did you pop them for health? Hell no, you didn't pop them for health. You popped them for mana. So, it's 2 minutes 45 right now. Well, 50, as we see on the screen. You sustained up the Cupid again with mana, and you need some health as well. Mid-camps are spawning in 10 seconds. Are we going to rotate? We should be looking to rotate. We've got our Hog one online. We should be moving there now. Like now, like yesterday, like 5 seconds ago, like 7 seconds ago, like 10 seconds ago. Now. But they've respawned up, and you're going to stay in lane just because Geb's here. Don't feel that you have to stay as a Geb. You need to learn your time as a support. You have to. Not just as a support, but as a mid laner, as well as a jungler, as well as a solo laner, as well as a hunter. Why does everybody need to know the mid harpy spawns? Because they need to be aware of the situation that's going on the map. If they are, they can look at their position on the map and go, hey, what could I be doing right now based off the fact it's 3 minutes? Where should the enemy jungler be? He'll be at mid harpies. Can I go aggressive in my lane because I know the jungler's there? Yes. Do I have anything to farm in my lane? Let's look at Herc. Do I have anything to farm in my lane? Could I rotate for the mid harpies right now? Yes. Is my teammate missing at the moment? Do we know where my lane opponent is at the moment? Oh, he could be going for mid-harpies. Guys, Solo's missing. He's not going back to base. He's missing. He could be at mid-harpies. It's very important to keep track of those mid-harpies at all times. So staying in lane as long as you have done so far is slowing down how quickly your hunter gets online. Because you're soaking exposure. Right, this is a prime opportunity. Look at your health and mana. These guys are pressuring into tower. You're a freaking Sobek. You're a freaking Sobek here. This should be Flip City. Flip City should be going through your head right now. Flip one of these bad boys right now. Right now. Oh. Flip him. Flip them. Instead, just go kill minions. Flip him, boy. Flip him into that tower range. They're only level 5. They're going to take loads of free damage from it. Flip them. Flip him. Flip him. Flip him. Flip him. Look how close he is. Like, if you hit that, he's over here. He gets hit by the ultimate from Cupid. And then he's going to get hit by the tower shots. Then the Cupid bombs as well. Oh, so many opportunities. Wasted. Wasted opportunities. Now you're out of mana. And he gets poked to death, which shouldn't have happened anyway. Because you should have flipped him into the tower in the first place. So if you notice all these multi-potions you've been using, I've been keeping your mana up. That's it. Because your health has been pretty much full. Why? Because you've been using Sickening Strike. Sickening Strike gives you a heal. Why do you need the health? Why do you need the multi-potions? Mana potion, mana potion, mana potion. Multiple ways of showing it to you. Okay, so the purple buff is available right now for you to go and take. Mercury's going aggressive. Notice how Mercury's going aggressive here into the enemy jungle. And you're just chilling in lane. Chilling in the backseat. Just watching. And now you're going to do your own purple. Okay. Are we going to go back to base soon? Like, we've got 1600 gold here, bro. Alright, I can understand waiting for this. Wait, ooh, okay. I'm okay with that for mana. What's the plan now? We stay longer. Why are we staying so long? Why are we staying so long? We never leave lane. This is Hunter Sobek gameplay, this! Hunter Sobek and support Cupid, that's what I'm feeling right now. The Cupid's been back to base more often than you have right now. I know you're like healthy and stuff, but get back to base. Go on. Go on. 2,000 gold. You've missed mid-harpies again. We're going to go back, and what we're going to get? Full boots. You could have got full hog then as well. You went for wards, but you could have gone full boots, full hog. That would have been crazy. What a crazy back I've seen out of you. Mana potions. Look at... Holy sugar. Holy mother of all that is holy. 5 mana potions? 5? 5? That's 250 gold. 200... And you still got 300 gold. That's 250 gold. Why did we get hog 2? Why did we get hog 2 with that, first of all? Got 300 gold. Why did we get hog 2? Why are we not getting hog 2? 250 gold's worth of mana pots. That's a lot of mana pots, buddy. First of all, okay, I understand you're getting a mana pot or 2 to sustain. That's cool. 2 maximum. 5? 5? That means you're never going to go back to base ever. Take into account your ultimate. What does this do? It gives you mana back. Mana regen 10% per second, which means you can regen almost your full mana by lurking in the waters if you're out of mana, which means you don't need this many mana potions at all. 250 gold is a huge amount of mana. Money invested into mana sustain. I hope you chunk through all these, because if you don't and you sell them later on, that's just a big loss in mana. In gold. This ward's useless. This ward is useless. Oh, come on with the ward in. Like, they get to here and they're not going to get spotted because of the angle. It's about here when you spot them. So, what's your reaction time if you're over this area where my mouse is now? If you're over this area and they walk here, your reaction time to get back to your tower is like no time at all. They're always going to beat you to it. This ward should be placed further over if you're going to place it defensively, like over here. Worst case scenario, over here, just because you can get gold view evasion as well. But it's still not a great ward. It's just a lazy ward. Lazy ward. We're putting points into R1, and I've not seen you use it yet. You've hit your charge, you've leveled your charge prey. I've seen you try to use it once and you missed when the gank came in. Other than that, you've sat in lane. Mid-harpies are going to come up in about 9.5 minutes. Flip someone! Flip someone! For the love of all that is Sobek! Flip him! 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 Flip... Okay, we'll just sit and let him poke the minions down some more. Oh, buddy. See? It takes them to go aggressive before you do anything. Here we go. Then you flip him! As Sobek, you are very, very aggressive in this lane, okay? Super aggression in the lane. He's going to die at the tower, he's probably going to die for that. Rip the dream. Here comes Thor. If you had a ward placed, you'd see Thor coming in, but you don't until it's a trap! Oh, he's not going to go for it. Luckily, though, you use your charge prey for an escape. Go more aggressive in this lane when you play the Sobek. There's been so many opportunities for you to put the pressure on and go aggressive, and you've played very, very passive. You can't play Sobek and be this passive in lane. You've got to be more aggressive. You've got to use your charge prey more. Don't be scared of missing it. You have to try and land it. Good ward placement. A little bit late, though. I'm expecting a ward anyway. Yeah, we get a ward down. Good job. But we put the ward in the right sort of place, which is good. Shame is it's a little bit late, probably about a minute late. Mid-harpies are coming up in a few seconds. You should have at least eyes on one set of these cabs by now. Your teammates will clear them, and as soon as they spawn, you'll know they're up. I've not seen you leave this lane at all. What is this doing by you not leaving the lane? Well, it's keeping you pretty good experience-wise, equal level with the enemy support, or ahead of the enemy support, but it's delaying the hunter getting online. Hunters in the current meta are very, very strong, and they're getting to late game a lot quicker because of the fact that they're able to farm more and the supports are rotating just as much often as they used to be. Mid laners are the ones that should be delayed, but the mid laner right now is the equal level with the enemy. Sorry, mid lane is equal with the hunter at the moment, which is not something you should really expect to see. So, what you just saw then is the bounce of damage. Now, everybody knows Zeus, and everybody knows that Zeus has the power to use Chain Lightning. That's exactly what that ability is on a charged bow. It's going to bounce between you. How do you break that charged bow bounce? Move the hell away from each other. Why are we running? Why are we running? If he wants to chase, let him chase. Let we flip him into the tower. So many opportunities for aggression. So many opportunities for aggression. You're so worried about dying that you're not being very aggressive. These are the issues I'm seeing out of your play so far. You're giving up full control to this Amuzan Cobb, Geb. And you're busy trying to tank minions that you don't need to tank. You should be looking to go onto this Amuzan Cobb and flip him. Then you're about to charge bow again against him. No. You're killing your teammate. Stop killing your teammate. I think what I'm going to do from here is stop exactly right now. Not because there's probably not more stuff I can teach you and give you advice on, but there's enough stuff in the early game that you need to go away and fix first of all, before we start getting to the later stages. From what I've seen straight away, the multi-potions was a terrible buy. They didn't work out as you intended them to, quite clearly. You were using them just for mana and not for sustain. You should have placed the wards, gone back to base and got health and mana potions. Probably, maybe even like, I'm looking at, what would we say? 2 health potions, 3 mana potions, maybe. I don't think you need more than that. Maybe 3-3, maybe 3-2, maybe 2-4. In the way of mana heavy potions. I don't think you really needed to invest all that into multi potions. They didn't work out effectively for you. Your ward placement was lazy. I don't think you needed to place the ward where you did, and that's just on wards alone and mana potions. You need to rotate though. You've got to get your timings right. As any role in this game, you need to know about mid harpies and control them at all stages of the game. Have to control those mid harpies. They're very, very big on getting a lead for your team, okay? Because when you think about the whole map as a whole, if everybody farms in every lane equally and everybody takes their half of the jungle equally at exactly the same time and nobody dies, golden experience are even. The only difference comes from golden experience is those mid harpy fights, because if you get both those mid harpies, you get an advantage. You get one set of mid harpies, you are still technically even. Whoever gets the mid harpies are the ones that control the game. They give more extra gold, obviously, and experience to the whole team. You have to fight for those mid harpies. So get your timers right. 3, 6, 9, 12. They're the time to respawn timers roughly. Obviously, add about 15 seconds for them to be taken at the 3-minute mark, then another 10 to 15 at the 6-minute mark, then another 10 to 15 around the 9-minute mark, and you'll have the rough timers of them. Rotate more out of lane. But in lane as Sobek, the first thing you need to realise is you have so much more aggression than you could have done here. Remember, Geb's shield does not block the flip anymore. Geb's shield does not block the flip, which means that you can flip that Amuzan Cobb into the tower multiple occasions. You've been a very, very passive Sobek. You've been a Geb Sobek. You've played this like a Geb and just sat there and watched the fight unfold. Got to be more aggressive in this as a Sobek to make it more worthwhile. Good luck though going into your next game, Sobek. I believe you can do a lot better than this. I'm pretty sure your name's Awkward Turtle, but you've got a different name in game. But I would tell you, you were very awkward in this game as the Sobek. I feel like you could have done so much more with the flips and stuff. Your wall placement could have been better. You should have rotated a lot more. Good luck going into your next games. I wish you all the best, and hopefully in the next one, I won't see this. These basics, the basics that you can be working on, all these basics should be fixed.